In today's news, body found in VG believed to be missing man, HONZA Jr. Deputy Governor says he shared the correspondence with senior managers. Young squad shows grit in 1-0 World Cup qualifiers, loss at home. Campaign aims to tackle diabetes, hypertension, and kidney disease. We have these and much more coming right up after a quick word from our sponsors.
Just give me my service.
Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Viewers, and thank you so much for joining us. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, edition of 284 News. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. Over the weekend, on Sunday, June 8th, 2025, the body of a male was found believed to be that of missing HONZA Jr. from Nail Bay, Virgin Gorda. HONZA Jr. from Nail Bay, Virgin Gorda, was previously last seen at midnight prior to his going missing at Blue House on Virgin Gorda. Now, the next day, the search began as family became concerned. A male body fitting his description was later found on the island. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is yet to issue a statement. More to come. The owners, management, and staff of CCT, BVI Cable TV, and 284 Media express our sincere condolences to the family of the late HONZA Jr. A directive was given by Governor His Excellency Daniel Pruce to Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands, David D. Archer Jr., to allow public officers time to attend Monday's protest action in Road Town. There were reports circulating that the public officers never received the memo. In a statement from the Office of the Deputy Governor, he said he is addressing the inaccurate statements, impressions, or expressions indirectly or explicitly via media platforms, which falsely reported that the Deputy Governor's refusal was to allow public officers the opportunity to express their constitutional rights to expression and assembly. The office said these rights and freedoms are established in Sections 23 and 24 of the Virgin Islands Constitution Order 2007. The statement said that on Friday, 30th May, Deputy Governor Archer received a copy of a correspondence from Governor Pruce to Floyd Burnett acknowledging receipt of a request for peaceful demonstrations in Road Town. It said as part of the correspondence, the governor requested of the deputy governor to share Mr. Burnett's correspondence to senior managers so they can engage staff with their ministries should they have questions regarding the march. According to the statement from Archer, the governor's request was executed on Friday, 30th May by him. The statement said further that the deputy governor's office communication included instructions on how public officers can be released if they intended to attend the march while ensuring the delivery of services to clients, which is in line with established policies within the public service. It said further that the work to establish a Human Rights Commission further strengthens the mission of ensuring the rights of all persons in the territory are, of course, protected. In a fiercely contested 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier on home soil, the British Virgin Islands men's national football team delivered a spirited performance against regional giants Jamaica, falling just short in a 1-0 defeat at the Earl Shirley Recreation Grounds in Road Town. Despite being eliminated from contention prior to kickoff, the Nature Boys showcased heart, discipline, and growth in front of home crowd of over 1,000 supporters. The match's lone goal came in the first half from Jamaica's Warner Brown, who converted a precise header from a Damari Gray free kick. While Jamaica controlled possession for much of the game, the youthful BVI squad, anchored by 19-year-old goalkeeper Frankie Beckles, held firm with a resilient backline and flashes of attacking ambition. Beckles, one of the youngest in the tournament, made multiple key saves, including a second-half stop to deny Romario Williams and a game-saving block in the 78th minute following a breakaway effort by Tyler Forbes. Credit to the BVI, they made it very difficult, said Jamaica's head coach Himir Halmerson. We weren't, he said, at the sharpest tonight, but that's football. These are the kinds of games that test your mental focus. Now, although the loss leaves the BVI winless in Group E, The performance marked a significant step in the national team's development. Head coach praised his squad's composure under pressure and highlighted the promise of emerging talents like Jerry Waltshire and Arzani Colwood. This was more than just a match, it was a message. The BVI is no longer a side to overlook. With continued investment, strategic coaching, and a growing pool of young talent, the Islands are quietly building a competitive football culture rooted in pride, patience, and purpose. As Jamaica advances to face Guatemala in a pivotal clash, the BVI exits the qualifiers with 0 points, but no shortage of optimism.
Few options moving forward for Jamaica. Whips one into the area, flick towards goal, and an opener for Jamaica. A brilliant flicked header finds the back of the net, looks to be Warner Brown. Gets Jamaica in front on the road. Some delivery from Damari Gray. Al-Atifak-Man. Lee whips one in. The header there from point-blank range. Corralled by Beckles. Fullback Bertie whips one into the area. Nodded towards goal, and Andre Blake gets under it. Makes the first save of the match. It's going to be a shot from distance. Just speculative from Richard King. In the second minute of stoppage time. It's not a half bad effort. And it's the final act of our first 45. Jamaica up 1-0 at halftime. They're halfway there, just securing their spot in the third round of the World Cup qualifiers, courtesy of a goal from Warner Brown that separates the sides at halftime. Our halftime score is the British Virgin Islands 0, Jamaica 1.
British Virgin Islands 0, Jamaica 1.
He scored the goal in the 1-1 draw at the U.S. Virgin Islands in the first leg of their World Cup qualifier against them. They would win the shootout in match number 2 to get them to this point, and he comes into the match for their 4th and final. There's Damari Gray. That's a beautiful ball for Dixon. Kaheem Dixon latches onto it, and his shot is poor in the end. And then against Nigeria, had some fantastic delivery from wide positions to generate assists. Romario Williams off the upright, trying the spectacular out of nothing. This ball drops forward. Damari Gray brings it in, and Williams just has a shot, may have taken it. 2 options for Jamaica on this free kick. Gray runs over it. Bailey takes, dangerous again. Beckles, it took an awkward hop, but he able to do enough. Just a good drop of the shoulder from Bertie. He's given all sorts of room to run into. He's got Forbes making an underlapping run. Tyler Forbes skips past one, trying to play it along, and Blake makes a vital intervention. Good drop of the shoulder from Gray. Ball over the top for Romario Williams. Has Bailey as an option, and his shot trickles agonizingly wide of the post. Try and create something. It was another great pass from Damari Gray. Williams, in the end, maybe he got that ball. There will not. Jamaica take the 3 points, and they'll take a spot in the third round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, winning 1-0 in the British Virgin Islands. Lone goal from Warner Brown separates the sides, and they see things out with a full-time score of the British Virgin Islands 0, Jamaica 1.
Up next, fires, arrests, and troops as protests turn violent across Los Angeles. We have this and much more coming right up.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, It's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. Efforts are being intensified in the territory to get persons to live a healthy lifestyle. The latest efforts come from the BVI Health Services Authority and its partners. Together, they have launched the Red Loud campaign, a territory-wide public health initiative focused on preventing diabetes, hypertension, and kidney disease. It is a collaboration between BVI HSA, the Ministry of Health, and key partners including Digicel, OneMart, Nagico Insurance, and BVI Diabetes Association, the Sister Islands Program, and others. Acting Chief Executive Officer of the BVI HSA, Dr. June Samuel, stated that this initiative could not come at a more critical time in the territory as the silent trio of hypertension, diabetes, and kidney diseases are wreaking havoc on our people.
We cannot afford to continue in this way. We absolutely cannot. At this point in time, we consider our dialysis unit to be at capacity. And while the ministry has been very supportive and the government in providing resources for us to expand the unit and to have additional chairs, that is not the answer. This is a public health emergency, and that is why Red Loud is so important. Red Loud is about urgency. It is about action that needs to be taken, and it will provide the community with information to help to empower them to begin to take some changes in their own lives so that they will not come and end up on dialysis. When we look at the reasons why persons are ending up on dialysis, hypertension and diabetes are the major contributing factors. In addition to which, there's some behavioral factors. Okay, so we take NSAIDs, which is painkillers, freely, over the counter. They can damage our kidneys. We take antibiotics, unprescribed sometimes, freely. And of course, our diet contributes to this picture. Through the Red Loud campaign, we will stress the urgency, we will make resources available, and we will hope to empower our population to take action because prevention is our most powerful tool.
OneMart Superstore is the official diet partner in this initiative. Here's President of OneMart, Mark Vantipool.
And where does this health lifestyle start? We believe it starts in the supermarkets and other food suppliers. With multiple locations throughout the BVI, OneMart is uniquely positioned to support this cause, and hopefully other supermarkets. Across all our stores, we're going Red Loud. Hello?
Red Loud.
We are going Red Loud. With dedicated displays to spotlight Dash approved items and a special edition of our People's Sales event offering great prices on new nutritious products. to come very soon. We are especially excited to host the Super Thursday activities on June 12th. So mark the date, June 12th, at our One-Mart superstores. Starting at 9 a.m., the BVI Diabetes Association will be on site providing free health screenings, and at 5 p.m. on that day, June 12th, we will feature a vibrant DASH diet showcase with Dr. Charlene Lewis explaining how the DASH diet supports diabetes management and weight loss. Chef Henry Prince proving that healthy eating can be flavorful and exciting. He'll be there on Thursday the 12th also. Nutritionist Antonia Matthew helping us navigate labels and helping us to shop smarter and healthier. There will be live juicing demonstrations on that day, samples of DASH-friendly items, and healthy finger foods, of course, prepared by the famous Pussers. It's a day of learning, tasting, and empowerment.
Los Angeles saw violent protests over the weekend following the ICE immigration raids targeting unauthorized immigrants. The unrest began as peaceful demonstrations but escalated into fires, looting, and clashes with police, prompting development and deployment of the National Guard troops and Marines. Protests erupted after ICE detained over 120 individuals across Westlake District and Paramount, triggering outrage in the Latino communities. Tensions boiled over a Sunday with self-driving vehicles set ablaze, the 101 freeway temporarily shut down, and riders clashing with officers outside the downtown federal building, where ICE detainees were reportedly being held. The White House confirmed the deployment of 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines to restore order, drawing sharp criticism from Democrat leaders. By the weekend's end, 56 arrests were made in LA. San Francisco also saw unrest with 60 arrests and injuries to 3 officers during the clashes. While some areas remained unaffected, authorities warned residents to stay alert as tensions persist. Up next, annual Toast Gala to honor 6 creatives. ISSA headlines event and premiere highlights active forecast, urges personal preparations.
My name's Henry Bosch. I work for PPG. I'm here to explain to you the use of the Deltron NXT paint line and Enviro-based high performance, one being solvent-borne and the next being waterborne. The difference is that one is totally manufactured with rosins and thinners and all the good stuff that solvents bring versus our new technology, which is waterborne, which is 100% latex. What we're gonna do is that we reduce the solvent-borne with a DT885, which is a mid-temp reducer, and the waterborne uses T494, which is a waterborne reducer. We will today be using either DCU 2042, which is a speed clear, or we will be using DCU 2021, which is a classic. We have here our equipment. We have 8-ounce measuring cups, and we also have our 32-ounce mixing cup. We will also have with us our Venturi. This is a blower for us to dry the waterborne paint, which speeds up the process. The good thing about waterborne paint is that as soon as it evaporates, you're good to go. So now Gilligan will dilute the waterborne paint with the waterborne reducer. We made 8 ounces, that would be 1.6 ounce. It always has to be properly mixed until we get an even mixture within the paint mixing cup. So when we spray, we don't see uneven coats of color. So right now we're filling our paint gun with 8 ounces of diluted paint. We're gonna see how far 8 ounces will take us. Waterborne paint seems to look blotchy on your first coat. Don't pay no mind to that. Don't try to achieve full coverage on your first spray. Excellent. Let it dry. So the process in waterborne is 2 even coats, and then we have what we call a dust coat. Well, now we're gonna have Mr. Brown apply the first coat of clear on his waterborne panel. We'll let it flash off, and then he'll come back and coat it with his second coat to finish it off. As you had seen in the previous shots, we had a little blotchiness, and you'll see some patches. That's all due on purpose to sandpaper to prove that with enviro-based high performance, all technicians, the body work has to end at 800 grit or plus. Well, enviro-based is like we're trying to shift everyone into that slowly but surely. The entire west coast of the United States and all of Canada has already been on waterborne for the past 10 years. And now soon it'll be the eastern seaboard, which covers the Caribbean. So when that happens, we'll all be affected. So it's best to start now, start trying and applying waterborne, because eventually everyone will be on it. And referring to technicians, it's less harmful because it doesn't have all the toxic chemicals that solvent-borne paints do.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you all so much for sticking with us. Social impact organization of the Virgin Islands, Kicking It, is gearing up to host the second annual Toast Gala. The lavish affair, scheduled for Saturday, August 2nd, 2025, will take place at Long Bay Beach Resort on Tortola, British Virgin Islands. Now, Toast 2025 will take place during the territory's highly anticipated Emancipation Festival season, highlighting innovation, artistry, and cultural impact. Guided by the theme Together We Bloom, the celebration will engage attendees in the organization's mission to preserve culture and support the individuals essential to this endeavor. Creatives. Reflecting on last year's inaugural edition, founder Kyra James Douglas spoke about the background of the event.
For those of you who may be new to our work, Kicking It is a social impact organization deeply rooted here in the Virgin Islands and extends throughout the diaspora. The work that we do reduces barriers to connecting with Virgin Islands culture, supports homegrown creatives, and creates safe spaces for community building. But we cannot do it alone. Hence the reason that we're here today to talk about a fundraising gala, Toast. We created this event last year to kick off our journey as a nonprofit organization and really saw it as a place where community members could come and get to know our mission better and pledge to help, because it still takes a village. When you think of a toast, you think of raising a glass and celebration. You realize that we use the word celebrate a lot. And when you look up what celebrate means, it means to honor something. And the best way we could honor our stories is by keeping them safe.
The centerpiece of the evening's celebration shines a powerful spotlight on outstanding creative professionals whose work transcends borders and disciplines. From visual arts, music, fashion, storytelling, film, and beyond, James spoke about the importance of recognizing creatives.
This year, under the theme Together We Bloom, we will be gathering at the beautiful Long Bay Beach Resort on August 2nd. Just as flowers flourish with care and nourishment, and bouquets and gardens are far more beautiful than a single stem, our community thrives when we work together. Talking about flowers, we also take some time at the gala to give creatives their flowers. At Kicking It, we believe creatives play a crucial role in cultural preservation. They write the songs, design the fabrics, the poems, the stories, the plays, the photos, the films that tell our stories. So Kicking It honors shines a vital spotlight on their indispensable role as culture bearers. Last year, we honored Travis Walters, also known as Travis Rose, Janet Prosper, and Adam O. In his acceptance speech, Adam shared that he had received many awards and medals over the years through his work in the military, but the award he received at Toast last year was the most important one he'd ever received, because it was the very first time he was recognized for doing what he loves, music. Those are the moments that we want to continue to create, because creators deserve to feel seen, uplifted, and supported. And we are excited to be back for year 2 of Kicking It Honors. And this year, we're honoring double the amount of creatives.
The 2025 Kicking It Honors recipients are Issa Rae, Actress, Producer, and Writer, Global Influence Award, Skylar Marsha and Tipoti Timi, Content Creators, Creative Catalyst Awards, Tanel Clark, Storyteller and Publicist, Cultural Impact Award, Ayaz, Singer, Songwriter, Trailblazer Award, Igdalia Pickren, Fashion Designer, Rising Star Award, Michael Winter Jr., Photographer, Rising Star Award, Photographer Michael Winter Jr. was present at the press conference and delivered remarks on his honor and the importance of local representation. Premier of the Virgin Islands, Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, has called on the people of the Virgin Islands to fully prepare for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which officially began on June 1st. In his recent address, Premier Wheatley stated the importance of readiness as the territory braces for what is expected to be an active hurricane season. The Premier highlighted what the National Disaster Management Coordinating Council, chaired by Governor Daniel Pruce, had convened a meeting with key stakeholders to review preparedness efforts. He expressed his confidence in the comprehensive disaster management plans in place, noting extensive presentations by government agencies and committees.
We were listening to a number of presentations by a number of committees and a number of agencies who explained the plans in accordance with our comprehensive disaster management plan. And of course, I am extremely impressed and I am encouraged that the committees and the agencies are doing all within their power to ensure that we are ready, clearing the waterways, ensuring that we have communications ready in the event of an impact, ensuring that we clear away trees that might cause a challenge, ensuring that our electrical grid is prepared in the event of an impact. There have been wide-ranging, very considered, very thorough and extensive presentations, which have given us a great deal of confidence that we are in a high level of readiness.
Despite the positive reports, the Premier emphasized that government efforts alone are not enough. He urged every resident to take responsibility for their own preparedness, stressing that the lessons learned from past disasters, particularly the devastation of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, must guide current actions.
It is important for each and every one of you out there in the public to be prepared. We know all too well the potential for devastating impact due to a hurricane or any other type of disaster. We're 8 years removed from one of the worst disaster and hurricane seasons in the history of the Virgin Islands, with the impact of Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria. So we have learned many lessons from that experience, and it has helped us. And we must use those lessons to ensure that we are always prepared, to ensure that our communities and families have our own disaster management response plans, that we have our hurricane response kits ready, that we have a plan that we will execute in the event of an impact.
Wheatley also urged the public to stay informed by utilizing resources from the Department of Disaster Management, including its app, social media updates, and radio broadcasts. He reminded the public that staying informed is critical, especially with the forecasted active season ahead.
We pay attention to the information being provided by the Department of Disaster Management, whether through their app, which is on our phones, or whether it's through the radio, or whether it's through social media, or any other forum that the Disaster Management and GIS shares information. So we must be prepared because, of course, it is forecasted that we will have an active season, and it's important for us to ensure that we build resilience, we build capacity, and that we are ready in the event of an impact.
That is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday. Goodbye.